What's good, guys? Mookie here with another video. In today's video, like you can already see from the title, I'm going to be talking a little bit about the hate I've received from the start of my journey till now, and from being on YouTube and putting everything on social media. And honestly, it's crazy to me because 99% of the time I'm getting so much love and support, and it literally means the world to me. Like, I honestly say this like 100%. Like, everybody, who even has like criticized me, right? Like, people will hit me up in the DMs. They'll give me tips, tricks. Like, they'll tell me, oh, try changing this or don't eat that. And I never, I honestly accept that with open arms, right? Because somebody who's truly trying to like look out for you and do better for you. But then some of these dudes, man, on YouTube are like, it's insane to me, man. I'm like, where is your headspace at to try to like put another human down, right? So they'll do things like they'll say, Mookie's a pathological liar. He's a fraud. Like this, we all know his name. He talks shit on me on Pitt's YouTube, everything, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh, it doesn't affect me. Oh, like I don't give a shit, because when you see stuff like that, regardless of if you want to give it attention or not, like mentally when it's coming after you, like you do think about it. You're like, man, like why is this person act like this, right? They're like, and I'm telling you, there's like probably about like four guys, right? And like they will consistently, like two of them, it's funny because like they'd always be like commenting bullshit on my Instagram, so I just blocked them. And then right after I blocked them, they got all in their feelings, man, and just started like commenting on all my YouTube, like increasing the hate, which is fine, man. Like if you feel attacked by that, that's fine. Like I just look at it as like, if I don't care about the shit you're saying, and I don't want to hear it, like, and you're just like over here trying to just shove your opinion in someone's face, like I don't need to listen to it, I'll just block you, man. Like that's simple. But to me, it's like crazy. It's like before I ever got into YouTube or doing my fitness journey, I always consumed YouTube, right? Like I always had people that I enjoyed watching, like other influencers, and they would talk about hate they would receive, and I never understood it fully. I never realized, I'm like, well, it's like, why is it a big deal? Just ignore it. Like, who cares? Like, I always say this, but like, and they'll talk about like it messes them up mentally. Like, even if you're not doing something, then like somebody's like always harassing you and saying that about you, you're gonna like, it's gonna feed into you, and it's gonna put you in that negative headspace, right? Because like everything about this life, we got to control our energy and where we put our energy. So it's like, even seeing that, it would like put me in that negative place. And it's like, even why Joe Rogan, someone who is at like the very top of being a celebrity, being famous, and he even talks like, man, I just stopped reading. Like I can't even read the comments. But like for me, I enjoy reading the comments. I enjoy going back and forth with people who support me, because I've learned so much from people that support me. And I'm like I said, I'm completely open to accountability. I love it. That's like the big reason that helped me reach my goal. I'm completely open to criticism. I'm completely open to all these things. But then when someone's just trying to put you down and they're just attacking your character, attacking who you are, man, at some point you got to be like, what is wrong with this person? And I do realize that. Like, I understand that like whoever's attacking another person, they're probably down on their own life. They probably have their own issues, their own depression. A lot of times, like, yeah, I get it too. Like, they're trying to pick a reaction from you, and that's completely like, and me as a person, like, the best thing, and what I have done, like, not, I don't even like want to say best thing, but like what they say to do is just ignore it and don't pay it any attention. But for me, it's like I got to the point where, especially with like, and like I said, this is only a select few guys, right? So I would say on my YouTube, it's probably like 5 people who comment max. And like you can see on YouTube, so even if you go onto like whoever's YouTube page and you click on their like comments, you could see all the comments they've left on that channel. So I'll literally go and I'll see, and it'll be like from the very first video all the way to like my most recent videos. And same, like they'll do it on Pitch channel. They're just trying to like talk shit, put me down. Like they'll say like, oh, Mookie is a pathological liar. Mookie is a fraud. Like, how is he still 290? How have you not lost like your weight and stuff? And to me, I'm like, man, like, you're calling me a pathological liar. You're calling me a fraud. But I've only been open about my journey, right? Like I've from the beginning, I've been like my whole mentality was like, man, I'm really doing this for myself. I never thought, and this is genuine, like I was gonna have a YouTube channel or I'd even inspire one person, right? I thought like Pitt genuinely wanted to help me. We started working out, but then as it come, I fell in love with the process of working out. I fell in love with the process of communicating with people who are in similar situations, and we're able to like really relate and really like build a bond. There's so many people off of my Instagram with that I have like a relationship with now. Like we are friends outside of social media. So it's like it just obviously keeps growing. And like for me, I look at it as like if I can take my journey and my process and I can document it, I can put my struggles, my ups and my downs. Because like if anybody's gonna tell you their fitness journey has just been a straight ride to the top and there's been no ups and downs, they're lying to you, man. They don't show the negativity. They hide that. It's like Instagram and a lot of this stuff, it's like a highlight reel, right? You're only gonna show the best of it, and there's rarely you see people who show when they're down, who have fall offs and all this stuff. And that's why I'll do like I gained weight video, or even on Pitch channel, I'd like early on I had to come out. I'm smoking a pack of cigarettes a day, and I'm trying to live this lifestyle, and it's all stuff like I'm new to all of this too. I've been now doing fitness and YouTube and all this stuff and Instagram for 2 years. But even if you think about that 2 years, it's really been serious for less than a little over a year, maybe. So, it anyway, I'm rambling, but so like some of the like I said, like these comments to me, it's I screenshotted some of them, and this is just off my last video. I'm telling you, these guys will like. It's every single video they'll like leave stuff like this. They're like 289 pounds and still lying to the people like you're dieting. You're a fraud. And I literally like will see this stuff all the time. And like it'll just be like let me see. Another weigh-in, question mark. Bro, you've been on this since like before COVID. You should be around 190 to 200. Like Pitt, building, eating muscle, not losing weight continuously. So, shit, like, people obviously attack, calling me a fat ass, calling all that type of stuff. But to me, it's more the people who are like, and I'm telling you, I've had people criticize me and then I learn from it. But it's like, when you're just genuinely trying to put another man down, where you're like, every single one, you're like, you're a liar, you're a fraud. Dude, what do I have to lie about? I do this so I can be real. I'm not someone who's like sitting in front of this camera who's like, I need to lie to get anything done, right? If I lie, man, I said I gained weight, right? I fell off. I was eating like shit. I was going out to eat. I was making the wrong choices. And that's why I went from 250 all the way back damn near 300. And then obviously as I go back onto my routine, I want to show people that like, it's a lifestyle. You gotta live it. You can't just do it for 6 months and then fall off and then you'll gain the weight back. I always talk about, losing the weight's half the battle. Maintaining is the other half. There's so many aspects to weight loss, especially mentally, because for me, and I could speak on myself for this, like ever since I can remember, I had an addiction to food, right? There's just no denying it. I have a pretty addictive personality in general. And like it's in my family, and especially with food, it's always been like a crutch to me. It's always been something like a reward to me. It's always been there like for me, right? So it's so easy in my life for me to go back to it. If anything is going, it could be like the smallest thing, and it's like, man, I'm gonna just go enjoy a nice meal, right? And that's like it's a mindset thing, right? And it's something that's so ingrained in me. It's like. Pitt always says it. It's like if you get someone who's a newbie, it's easier to teach them powerlifting versus someone who has experience, because a person with experience is going to have years of bad habits versus the person that's a newbie. They're going to come in and they're just going to be like, I'm listening and I'm only going to learn the right way, right? So it's like I had these years since I can't even remember, of bad habits. Like I've told stories about how when I was a kid, I would literally eat to the point I'd throw up at Sizzler. My family always was like, knew it was an issue. And then as I became an adult, when I was 18, making my own money, who's gonna tell me not to eat? Who's gonna, like, I didn't have that discipline in my life, and that's something like I have been establishing and that I have been working on. And it's like, for me, I was able to get from like 454, my heaviest 470, down to this weight 280, 285 that I've been able to maintain and stay at, through like certain lifestyle changes that I made, as far as nutrition. But then, in order for me to go from 285 to my new goal of 230, it's going to take a whole nother set of changes to my mindset, to everything that I'm working on. And that whole process is what I show you guys, right? Like, that's like what I'm open about, what I want people who are like me, who are 400, 300, even where I'm at right now, which is even more common, like 50, 60, 70 pounds overweight, and they can like look at my story and be like, man, he's doing it, he's trying, let me go try, let me figure out trial and error. Doing something for your health is better than doing nothing, right? So to say someone's a fraud, to say someone's a pathological liar, to attack their like character, I think that's such bullshit, man. Like, it gets me livid, because I'm like, man, like, I feel sorry, and this is so genuine, of like, what is that person going through? Like, to where you're sitting there and you're consistently on every single video, multiple comments, going and liking every negative comment, like, making sure that they know, like, this is how they think about you, right? And like, I honestly find that shocking. I'm sure on this video as well, you'll see it in the comments. It'll be like all those people, and like, that are like, and if you click on it, you'll see like, man, they're literally doing it on every single video. They're like trying to put me down, almost trying to get me to like quit and just be like, I'm done. And they'll like be like, and every time I'll even respond, I'll go back and forth with these people, and before I even continue going, like, I know everyone's gonna say, dude, just ignore it. Why are you feeding into this? And it's because it like gets to you mentally, man. And like, for me, who's someone who's never been in the fitness industry before this, I never realized that there was like people like that out there, right? It's kind of like super naive and kind of ignorant of me to think that, but like, I really didn't think that like somebody would genuinely like hate on another person they don't even know personally. They know nothing about them, and they're gonna just sit there and like try to bring down their character, try to bring down what they're doing, their progress, like how they're trying to better themselves, how they're ultimately trying to help other people through their story, and they're trying to shit on you. And like, it sucks, because you're just like, man, like, why is this person doing this? But that's where it's sad. And like I was saying before, I was like, it's like sad, because it's like, what is going on in their life? So if you're anyone who's listening to this, honestly, it's just not worth it, man. If you're gonna like live your life to like uplift, like live your life to like give people advice, like, you don't need to be. And I know, like, today, in this day and age, like, we have a soft culture with a lot of stuff, right? Like, even me, when I grew up, like, kids would mess with each other, we'd clown each other, we roast each other, and dude, that's fine. Even like criticism, like, like telling someone like, all right, like, and that's a beautiful thing about Rare Breed, is like, everybody holds each other accountable, right? Like, if I'm not working, Pitt is on me. If I see Pitt not working, I'll be like, are you working out today? Nate, same way. We all hold each other accountable, right? The people in person. But I'm not going to go online and try to push someone down for no reason. And if you're someone out there and like, you're like, oh, maybe I have something to give to Mookie, he's doing this wrong, I love that. Give it to me. Like, give me that constructive criticism. But like, you don't need to like shove your opinion down someone's throat and like, and then get offended if that, like, it's just crazy to me, because it's like, man, sorry, it's like, there's so many talking points that like you start going all over the place. But yeah, it's just crazy to me that like, this person will want to give you their opinion, and then they'll literally attack you over it, right? Like, they'll attack you trying to get it into you. Versus, I've had so many people reach out to me. They're like, hey, Mookie, like, don't eat that, or like, you're doing that wrong, or even like guys like, man, like, you're completely measuring your rice incorrectly, like, you have to get this, or like, and I'm like, dude, those like, I'm like for it. But then you start calling someone a fraud, you calling someone a pathological liar, you're calling someone this, that, like, again, going at their character. It's like, man, like, I'm over here really trying to get myself better. I'm showing my ups and downs, but here you are attacking me. So I don't get it at the end of the day. So really, at this in this whole video, and even going back at all of that, 99% of the people are showing me mad love. They're so like I said, like I've built so many relationships through Instagram, through social media, that friends, people that I work out with now, literally just hitting me up and like, let's do this together, or like, Mookie, I want to come, or like when I set up my hikes, or we have these events, and like they become genuine friends of mine. They become people I care about, because like I'm not like I'm a normal ass dude. Like I'm just like, and for me, seeing this shit, it's shocking, and it's, to me, it's sad, and like that's why, like, in this video, I wanted to bring light to it, and I want to like show people, like, you know, it's kind of like a elongated response. I doubt even the motherfuckers who are who do this like will even listen or watch throughout this whole video. But you know, anyone who does, just live your life to like uplift people, live your life to be positive. It's so much better. Like the second like you start going negative, that energy, it weighs down on you. It messes up your success, and that's why even me putting this much energy into this, it sucks. But like, I've been wanting to make this type of video for a long time now, because a lot of these people that I'm referring to, they've been there since day one, doubting and hating on me, and like even till now, it's the same thing. So I just really hope like one day they can wake up and realize like maybe they can better themselves, and start living life a little more positive, a little more trying to uplift. And you know, if you got some criticism you want to give, you know, go ahead and give it in a constructive way, in a positive way. Like you don't need to just like try to bring people down. But guys, again, there's so many of you who have supported me and shown so much love that like I don't want this video to be just like it's like highlighted by such a small like minute group of people that it's so hard to like that. Like it was so hard for me to even make this and like give it attention. That's why I am going like all over the place and like not sticking to one shred. Might have repeated a few things, but it's because it's something I'm passionate about, and I'm really out here. Like I can like look, like I'm looking right in my camera. Like I can tell you guys this. Like I want to make a difference in this world for people, and I know like what Pitt did for me and how he has changed my life, and how I'm gonna continue to level up and get even closer to my fitness goals. And I'm gonna be that person where people can look at me and like I can explain to them, you're gonna have ups and downs, or like you gotta stick it through. And if I can help, like I've always said, this one person, everything is worth it, man, because I know what that help meant to me. And so if I can do that to someone else, it's fucking worth it. Like it does not matter about the hate, but I just wanted to highlight this to pretty much show like my opinion on it and how like kind of sick it is. And it's why like people, like I said, Joe Rogan, are like, don't even read the comments. They say keep away from it, don't pay any attention to it, because it does mess up your energy. So again, long rambling video, but everyone who supports me, I love you. Everyone who doesn't support me, has their negative opinion, tries to hate on my character, I honestly love you too. I wish you the best, man. I wish you guys get in a better place in your life where you don't feel like you need to be doing that stuff on the internet. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. I'm out of here. Like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me so much. Adios.